Kicking things off with a huge A-list celebrity guest, best known for the #1 hit, If I Were a Boy. Any guesses who it might be? Well, unfortunately, Beyonce was busy, so we've got the next best thing. It's Chico, who's a parrot from the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park, who's gone viral for his uncanny rendition of the 2008 hit.
If I was a boy, If I was a boy,
I mean, it's extraordinary. That parrot can really sing. We can speak to the popular parrot and the park's owner, Steve Nichols. Good morning to both of you. Steve, thank you for joining us today. So you're in Lincolnshire Wildlife Park. Tell us firstly a little bit about why you set that place up.
Basically, it was to assist animals that were unwanted pets or basically didn't fit anywhere, and for people who had generally found that they needed a better home for their parrots. So we set up the National Parrot Sanctuary about 20 years ago, and from then we've just grown. We've just spread our wings and grown. We now have the National Turtle Sanctuary and the National Tiger Sanctuary. So Chico has lots to sing to.
You used your... Well, when you could, you took the birds out to meet children, introducing them to wildlife.
That's right. What I used to do is, when we very first set the charity up, I used to take a select group of parrots to hospices, children's hospices around the country, and we found it really, really fulfilling, and the kids loved it. And unfortunately, health and safety brought an end to that in the late 90s, early 2000s, and that's what gave me the idea to actually build a bit of a sanctuary, a back garden where people could, or where the children could actually come to see us there.
Well, they're making quite the noise in the background. They clearly want to get in on the action. So could you introduce us to Chico, please?
Chico is, I think, is bang behind me. He's a bit shy now. He's a bit camera shy. He's not done live TV. He's done plenty of live recordings, and he entertains the staff and the people all day. But he's just there in the back, just wandering off at the moment.
And so, when did you discover that Chico had such an extraordinary voice?
We've heard him over the last 10 or 12 weeks, but what we are is also a research centre, and we work with the University of Lincoln for a number of observational research and things with animals. And one of the things that we discovered was, shall we have a look at what's happening with the animals while we're going through COVID? So while everything's really quiet and we've been closed for 24 weeks, will the animals be better? Will they be worse? Or do they not even notice people are there? And so the university set up a number of audio and visual cameras around the park. And one of the things that we did notice was the parrots were a little quieter, but not much. But, I mean, obviously the results will tell us that. But what we did then to see is, when we opened a couple of weeks ago, as soon as the doors opened, this rendition, we heard this huge singing parrot. And it was as though he said, well, I now have an audience. Let's give him what I've got. Now, we'd heard him a couple of times.
Why did he learn it in lockdown, then? How does he know it? How did he learn the song? Is this someone singing to him?
No, he actually learned it. Remember, all these parrots have come from loving homes around the UK, well, from around the world. And obviously, Chico's original owner was a big Beyonce fan, an Old Barkley fan, a Lady Gaga fan, and last night we found out a Freddie Mercury fan, because as I was walking around, he started singing, Day-o! And it was like, oh, my Lord. So before we know it, we've actually got... It's all in one. It's just literally so... And then when the people was here, usually what parrots do is, when they make a noise or when they talk, or we've got some really bad swearing parrots as well. So when they actually make these noises, they stimulate a response from us. So they've got your attention. So once they've got your attention, they then go quiet. Whereas Chico's totally different. When he's got your attention, and when he starts, he just doesn't shut up.
Well, he certainly got our attention this morning.
Will you do us a favour, Steve? Will you sort of go on a bit of high alert for us? And if he is performing, will you record something so that we can... Because we can't see him today, obviously, and we don't want to make him do anything he doesn't want to do, obviously. So if he does perform, can you send us some stuff in?
I certainly will. We got a couple of recordings last night, so I'll see how good they are, and I'll send you those straight away.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thanks
very much, Steve. Take care.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much, guys.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.